Hello everyone, and welcome back to another lesson. Today, we are doing something that I personally find very exciting because we are giving you a real, structured plan. Not vague advice, not general tips, a clear, day-by-day, 15-day plan to genuinely improve your English starting from today.
Yes, and before we go into the plan, we want to say something honest and important. 15 days will not make you fluent. We are not going to promise something that is not true. What 15 days of focused, intentional daily practice will do is create real and visible improvement in your confidence, your vocabulary, your grammar awareness, and your speaking ability.
And the most important thing is that at the end of 15 days, you will have built a daily practice habit. And that habit is worth more than any single lesson because it is the habit that will carry you forward long after the 15 days are over.
So this plan is really two things in one. It is a 15-day improvement sprint, and it is also the beginning of a lifelong practice routine. Let us go through each day and explain what to do, why to do it, and how to get the most out of it.
Day 1. Assess where you are right now. Before you can improve, you need to know your starting point. On day 1, you are going to do 3 things. Read a short English article and notice which words you do not understand. Write 10 sentences about yourself in English and notice where you feel uncertain. And speak out loud for 2 minutes on any topic and record yourself.
Do not judge yourself harshly on day 1. This is just a baseline. You're taking a picture of where you are today so you can compare it to where you are on day 15. That comparison will be one of the most motivating things you experience in this whole journey.
Day 2. Focus on vocabulary building. Choose 15 new words today, but don't just copy them into a list. For each word, write the word, its meaning in simple language, and one personal sentence using that word in a real context from your own life.
For example, if you learn the word persistent, don't just write persistent means not giving up. Write persistent and then write a sentence like, my teacher always said I need to be more persistent when I face difficult problems. That personal connection makes the word stick.
And before the day ends, say each of the 15 words out loud in your sentence. The act of hearing yourself say a new word helps your brain store it more effectively than just reading it silently.
Day 3, Grammar Focus Day. Choose one grammar area you feel weak in, just one. Maybe it's the difference between present perfect and simple past. Maybe it's prepositions. Maybe it's the correct use of articles.
Write 10 sentences focusing specifically on that one grammar point. Then check each sentence carefully. If you're not sure, look it up in a reliable grammar resource. The goal today is not to cover everything. The goal is to go deep into one area and feel clearer about it than you did yesterday.
Deep, focused attention on one grammar point for one day is more effective than skimming through 10 grammar points in the same time. Go deep, not wide, on Grammar Day.
Day 4. Listening Immersion Day. Today, your main practice is active listening. Find 30 minutes of English audio that you genuinely enjoy. A podcast episode, a YouTube video, a documentary, anything that holds your interest.
But here's the key. Don't listen passively. Listen actively. Keep a notepad beside you. Every time you hear an interesting phrase, a new word, or an expression you want to remember, write it down. By the end of the session, you should have at least 10 things written down.
Then, go back and listen to 2 or 3 of your favorite moments from what you heard. Listen again and try to repeat what was said. Copy the pronunciation, the rhythm, the emphasis. That shadowing practice on your favorite moments is incredibly powerful for building natural speech.
And end the day by recording yourself answering 3 questions. What did you do today? What are your plans for this week? And what is something you feel strongly about and why? These are conversation starter questions, and practicing them builds real, spontaneous speaking ability.
Day 6. Reading and Vocabulary Day. Find a short story, a news article, or a blog post in English and read it from start to finish. As you read, highlight or underline any word or phrase that is new to you or interesting.
After reading, go back to your highlights and pick the 5 most useful ones. Add them to your vocabulary notebook with a personal sentence for each one. Then, write a short summary of what you read, just 4 or 5 sentences in your own words.
That summary writing is more valuable than it seems. It forces you to process what you read and reproduce the ideas in your own language. It practices vocabulary, grammar, and writing at the same time.
Day 7, Review and Rest Day. Day 7 is your review day. Go back over everything from days 1 through 6. Look at your vocabulary list from day 2. Can you remember all 15 words? Test yourself.
Look at your grammar sentences from day 3. Do they still look correct? Read them again carefully. Listen back to your speaking recordings from day 5. Notice how you sound. What do you want to improve?
And importantly, rest. Let your brain process everything it has absorbed this week. Rest is not lazy, it's part of learning. Your brain consolidates new language during rest and sleep. Don't feel guilty about taking a lighter day.
Day 8, Conversation Practice Day. On day 8, we move into real or simulated conversation practice. If you have a language partner or a friend who speaks English, reach out and have a short conversation today.
If you don't have a conversation partner, simulate one. Have a conversation with yourself. Ask yourself questions out loud and answer them. Play both roles, interviewer and interviewee. It sounds strange, but it works incredibly well.
Another option is to find an English-speaking online community and leave comments or participate in a discussion. Writing in real time to real people is a form of active conversation practice that many learners overlook.
Today, focus on using some of the phrases and vocabulary you collected in days 2, 4, and 6. Actively try to use what you've been learning rather than falling back on the same limited phrases you always use.
Day 9, Pronunciation Focus Day. Today is specifically about how you sound when you speak. Choose 5 words or phrases from your vocabulary list that you're not confident pronouncing. Look up their pronunciation.
Then, practice saying each one out loud slowly, then at normal speed, then in a full sentence. Record yourself saying each one and compare it to how a native speaker says it. There are many free tools and resources online where you can hear words pronounced clearly.
Also, practice connected speech today. Take a sentence you know well and say it quickly, connecting the words together. What are you doing becomes what you doing. Going to becomes gonna. Do you want to becomes do you wanna. Feel how natural English actually flows.
Day 10, Writing Focus Day. Today, you're going to write more than any other day in this plan. Start with your journal. Write about your experience over the past 9 days. What has been most useful? What has been most challenging? What have you noticed about your improvement?
Then, write a short opinion piece. Choose something you feel strongly about. It can be anything. A topic from the news, an opinion about education, something about your city, your culture, your life. Write 2 paragraphs, state your opinion, and give reasons.
Focus on using transition words and varied sentence structures. Instead of starting every sentence with I, try using phrases like, in my experience, having said that, one reason for this is, another factor is. These make your writing sound more advanced and natural.
Day 11, Deep Listening Day. Today, go back to something you have already listened to or watched in English, something familiar. And listen or watch it again, but this time without any subtitles at all.
Notice how much more you understand than you expected. Sometimes learners are surprised by how much their ear has already improved just from a few days of focused practice. Your brain has been quietly building listening pathways all week.
After listening, summarize out loud what you heard. Speak your summary for 2 minutes. You are using listening, memory, and speaking all in the same exercise, a very efficient and powerful practice.
Day 12, Idioms and Natural Expressions Day. Today, you are going to focus on 5 common idioms or natural expressions. Learn what each one means, where it comes from, if that helps you remember it, and most importantly, how to use it in a real sentence.
5 good idioms to practice. Under the weather, meaning feeling unwell. Bite the bullet, meaning to do something difficult that cannot be avoided. The ball is in your court, meaning it is your turn to make a decision or take action. Hit the nail on the head, meaning to identify something exactly correctly. Get the ball rolling, meaning to start something.
For each idiom, write 2 sentences. 1 sentence for a situation where you would use it, and 1 sentence where you actually use it. Then say both sentences out loud. Idioms become natural through repeated use in real contexts, not through memorizing definitions.
Day 13, full practice day. Day 13 combines everything you've been practicing all 2 weeks. Start with 5 minutes of vocabulary review. Then write 10 sentences using varied grammar structures. Then do a 10-minute speaking session on a topic you have not practiced before.
Then read for 15 minutes and pick 3 new phrases to add to your collection. Then listen to 10 minutes of English and shadow a short passage. And end by writing 5 sentences in your journal about how you are feeling about your English progress.
Day 13 is intentionally full and demanding. You are showing yourself what you are capable of when you apply everything together. It's a confidence-building day as much as a skills-building day.
And the fact that you can do all of those things in one day after only 12 days of practice is itself evidence of real improvement. Notice that. Feel proud of it.
Day 14, Real-World Application Day. Today, you're going to use your English in the most real way possible. This means taking what you have practiced in your home study environment and applying it in a real or as real as possible situation.
If you can have a real conversation with someone in English today, do it. If you can write an email or a message in English today, do it. If you can watch a film without subtitles and understand most of it, try it. If you can read a full article on a topic you care about and understand it, do it.
Day 14 is about crossing the bridge from practice to real use. It's about proving to yourself that the skills you've been building are real and functional in real-world contexts.
And even if the real-world application feels imperfect, even if you make mistakes, even if you do not understand everything, the attempt itself is enormously valuable. You are doing real English in the real world. That's the goal.
Day 15, Review, Reflect, and Plan Forward Day. Today, you come full circle. Just as you did on day 1, you're going to read a short article, write 10 sentences about yourself, and speak for 2 minutes on a topic and record yourself.
Then compare day 15 to day 1. Listen to both recordings back to back. Read your day 1 sentences and your day 15 sentences side by side. Can you feel the difference? Can you see more natural vocabulary, better grammar, more confidence in how you express yourself?
Most people who follow this plan consistently see a clear and meaningful difference between day 1 and day 15. Not perfect English, but noticeably more confident, more natural, more capable English.
And at the end of day 15, ask yourself 3 questions. What am I most proud of from these 15 days? What do I still want to improve? And what will my daily English practice look like from now on?
That last question is the most important one, because the real goal of these 15 days was never just to improve your English for 2 weeks. It was to show you that daily practice works, that small, consistent effort every day produces real results, that you are capable of this.
And now you have the evidence. You showed up every day for 15 days. You practiced, you noticed your improvement, you built the habit. And that habit is what will take you further than any single course or lesson ever could.
Now let's talk about some common mistakes people make during a focused improvement sprint like this, because avoiding these will help you get the most out of every day.
The first mistake is doing too much on a single day and then burning out. Some learners try to do 3 hours on day 1 because they are very motivated, and then can't maintain that energy. Do the amount we described each day, not more. Consistency matters more than intensity.
The second mistake is skipping the speaking days because they feel uncomfortable. Speaking days are the most important days in this plan. They are also the most uncomfortable. That discomfort is the growth. Don't skip it.
The third mistake is using the day in your native language and then switching to English only during the designated practice time. For maximum improvement, try to increase your English exposure throughout the whole day, even if it's just thinking in English, listening to background English music, or reading English content during breaks.
The fourth mistake is not reviewing. Many learners do the new work of each day, but skip the review. Without review, new vocabulary and grammar fades within days. Build in review every 3 to 4 days, as we included on day 7 and day 13.
The fifth mistake is judging progress too early. Language improvement is not always linear. Some days feel worse than others. Some days you feel like you have forgotten everything you learned the day before. That's completely normal. Trust the process and keep going.
And the sixth mistake is stopping on day 15. Day 15 isn't the finish line, it's a milestone. The habit you built over 15 days is the real achievement. Keep the habit going with a regular daily routine, even if it's shorter than what you did during the sprint.
20 minutes of daily English practice from day 16 onwards. That's the goal. 20 minutes that covers some listening, some speaking, some vocabulary review, and some writing. Daily, every day, even on busy days.
Let's do a final summary of all 15 days so our listeners have a clear picture they can carry with them.
Day 1. Assess your starting point. Record yourself. Know where you are. Day 2, vocabulary building, 15 words with personal sentences. Day 3, deep grammar focus on one area. Day 4, active listening with notes and shadowing. Day 5, speaking confidence with narration, 60-second challenges, and recorded answers.
Day 6, reading with vocabulary collection and summary writing. Day 7, full review and rest. Day 8, conversation practice, real or simulated. Day 9, pronunciation focus and connected speech. Day 10, extended writing with journal and opinion piece.
Day 11, deep listening without subtitles and spoken summary. Day 12, idioms and natural expressions in context. Day 13, full combined practice day. Day 14, real-world application of all skills. Day 15, final assessment, reflection, and planning forward.
15 days, one focused, intentional action each day. Real, visible improvement at the end, and a daily practice habit that will keep building your English long after the 15 days are finished.
You can do this. Every single one of you listening to this right now has everything you need to follow this plan and see real results. All it takes is 15 days of showing up.
And when you finish, come back to this episode. Compare where you started to where you are. We promise you will be genuinely surprised by how far 15 days of daily intentional practice can take you.
Start today, not tomorrow, not next Monday. Today, day 1 is waiting for you, and day 15 is going to feel incredible.
Thank you so much for watching English Learner Classes. We are truly grateful for every one of you who joins us and invests in your English every day. Don't forget to subscribe to English Learner Classes for more easy and practical English lessons just like this one. Keep learning, keep improving, and we'll see you in the next lesson.